And here we are on the map merry-go-round, the 7th game in the RSTL finals between Team NewRoSoft and Team prOperty. Spawning in a 10 o'clock position, we have our blue Protoss player from Team NewRoSoft. It is the one and only Night End. And his opponent, who has spawned in the 6 o'clock position, it is going to be the Red Terran from Team prOperty. It is the one and only Moro. And Moro has been playing insanely, but I know for a fact that Night End is a very powerful Protoss player himself. So let's see what kind of strategy he wants to make work on a map like this. Would not be surprised to see a big all-in coming, because, well, if you don't go for that big all-in, Moro is going to have a very good chance of winning, because his macro has just been impeccable. But let's find out. He's getting that barracks. Is he going to go for the Reaper, or is he going to forgo it right now once again? If he did not go for it on Polar Night, I would be surprised to see a Reaper right now. But just think about it. If he had a Reaper in that last game, he would have been able to scout out the entire map. The SCV did what it could, but the Reaper is just a faster unit. It's going to be doing that in half the amount of time, and he would have seen that Stargate pretty much for sure. But on the other side of the equation, there's of course that Polar Night is an older map. Not everyone is 100% familiar with playing on it anymore. So let's see. Moro is not going to go for that Reaper. Instead going to get his gas geyser at that 15 supply mark. Night End has already sent out his first scout, and he's going to know where Moro is already. And he's going to send that probe in that direction, but he's not going to see anything, because by the time he arrives, there's going to be a Marine out. Now Night End is getting his gateways, getting his cybernetics core, has opened up with one gas geyser, indicating that he wants to go into an expansion relatively fast. Now cannot blame him for that, even that the probe is not even going to check out that 6 o'clock position, because there's going to be a unit out for sure. If there's a Reaper out, he's even going to lose that probe, and if there's a Marine out, well, he knows about the Marine, but he's not going to spot anything, and he still cannot confirm if there was a gas taken or not. Now the SCV is going to have a little bit of an easier time scouting out exactly what Night End is doing. Nexus has just started, and Mothership Core should be next. After that we will see the Stalker and the Cybernetics Core. Not necessarily in that order, of course. But everything has been scouted. Moro knows exactly what he is up against. He does not have to worry about an Oracle on this stage of the game. But for now he's going to be safe. He has those Marines at the front. He has a factory just starting now. He really likes to get that tech out pretty early on. But now with the command center building, he's not going to fall behind in the economic sense of the way. So let's see. Factory halfway of the way done. Is he going to go straight into a starport this game, or is he going to stay on factory tech for a little while longer to get those widow mines out for the early defense, or if he's going to go on the offense immediately? Now this is pretty much as standard as you can get it. Night End going for that robotics facility. He wants to rush into the Colossus. Will play a little bit greedy in the early stage. Would not be surprised to see a Forge or a Twilight Council come down relatively fast after this. And around the 6 minute, well, between the 6 and 7 minute mark, we should see those gas guys at the natural also be taken. Now Moro has been spooked a little bit in that last game, making sure that he has full vision inside his base already. He has Marines wherever he does not have a supply depot just yet, but his vision inside his main base is pretty great. He knows exactly what can happen where. And on the back of this, he is producing Hellions. The first two are already out, the second two are on the way. He's producing one medevac, so he looks like he wants to go for the Hellion drop. And this is something that he used against Elfie in the semifinals actually, and it worked to great extent. He did so much damage with this, and with a follow-up push he just straight up killed Elfie in that setup. But the spawning positions were a little bit different. This time he has to go the long way around to drop inside the main base, and once again of course the question will be, is he going to drop the Marines inside the main base or the Hellions? I do believe that it is going to be the Hellions that are going to go for the run by, while the Marines and while the Bioforces are dropping inside the main base. Only Marines. Moro really liking his Marines in the early stages of this game. Not gonna go for Marauders whatsoever. I do believe that he produced one of them. Not even 100% sure right now. But he's dropping inside the main base, pulling back the army, making sure that there's a photon overcharge being used. And there are 4 Stalkers here, but no photon overcharge. And the DPS from Marines and those Hellions is still gonna be pretty decent. And of course, the splash damage is still gonna kill off those workers. This is gonna be very painful, and some very nice dropping micro is coming down on top of those Hellions to keep them alive just a little bit longer. And he has just cleaned up the natural base. 23 workers went down. That is a huge amount. There is no counter aggression going down whatsoever. There are gas guys being taken inside the main base. He might even take out the natural base. No, but he wants to get more damage done. There is no army out for Night End. The Mothership Core was taken out by those Marines. No more photon overcharge. And how on earth is Night End gonna help this? There is gonna be the congrats. And Moro takes another win, taking the lead for Team Property right there. A very short and a very impressive game. But Moro takes that win for the 4-3 lead.